Dragons of the Singularity. Part 3, Scars of Tomorrow. Chapter 2, Beacon Wars. The beacon pulsed in the snow like a beating heart. A sphere of matte black alloy, no larger than a human skull, half buried in frost. Each pulse of light was silent, mechanical, a rhythm utterly alien to the storm. Gold and violet auroras shimmered above, dragons restless in their circling, but the beacon did not waver. It beat. It called. Selene stood at the broken wall of the compound, the cold wind clawing her face. Kieran close beside her. Colonel Varga's soldiers fanned out with rifles raised, every eye fixed on the object. The faithful crowded behind, whispering prayers, torches clutched like talismans. The hunters lurked in the shadows, their gazes sharp, Rael's smirk as cold as the snow.
Don't touch it. Nobody lays a hand on that thing until we know what it is.
It's a signal.
And how would you know?
Because I can hear it.
They all stared.
Not with my ears. With this. The same way I hear the dragons. It's not alive, but it's speaking, calling.
Then it's calling the end of us. Beacons don't come alone. They're teeth for predators, nothing more.
Or a gift, a sign. The bridge has drawn fire from the heavens, even the machine's bow.
It's a tracker, a marker. Someone out there wants to know exactly where we are.
Selene didn't argue. She felt it too. Not a prayer, not a predator's snarl, just a cold, steady invitation. Here, here, here. The dragons above roared in uneasy response. The first strike came at dusk. A shriek split the air. Jet engines, not dragon roars. Sleek black aircraft knifed through the auroras, their silhouettes sharp against the fractured sky. Missiles streaked downward, contrails glowing white. The compound erupted. Soldiers fired up into the storm, tracers arcing wildly. The faithful fell to their knees, some praying, others raising torches as if their fire could strike the heavens. Hunters dove for cover, Rael's laughter carrying through the chaos. The missiles struck the outer walls, the ground shaking as concrete shattered and fire blossomed. Screams rose, snow hissed under the flames. Selene's resonance flared without her will, her body racked as the dragons screamed overhead. Alpha's golden roar, Violet's jagged shriek. Both surged toward the aircraft, fire and plasma cutting through the night. Two jets spiraled down, flaming wrecks crashing into the ice. But more swarmed in, banking wide, releasing another wave of missiles. The beacon pulsed faster. Here, here, here.
Selene!
Kieran's voice cut through the cacophony as he dragged her behind the rubble of a collapsed wall. She could barely breathe, every nerve burning with the dragon's resonance.
They're not here for us. They're here for them.
The dragons?
The beacon, it's bait, a lure. They want to pin the dragons here, bleed them, cage them.
The words strangled in her throat, because for the first time, Alpha's voice wavered.
Bridge, hold! His hum was fraying, golden light sputtering under missile fire.
And Violet's roar twisted, jagged, desperate. Burn, burn, burn.
They weren't just fighting the aircraft. They were being driven. Colonel Varga bellowed orders, his soldiers trying to coordinate fire. Anti-air launchers streaked skyward, one jet bursting into flame, another veering away. But the numbers didn't balance. For every plane they downed, two more cut across the storm.
We can't hold this.
Then we bleed, trying.
The bridge commands, the fire cleanses. Stand in the storm, children.
Some faithful obeyed, charging into the snow with nothing but spears and fire, cut down in seconds by strafing gunfire. Others wept, clutching Selene's name like a talisman. Rael and the hunters ducked low, scavenging weapons from fallen soldiers, firing into the sky with savage precision. They weren't protecting anyone but themselves, but their bullets still found wings. The courtyard was hellfire stitched in snow. And the beacon pulsed faster still. Selene staggered upright, Kieran grabbing at her arm. "What are you doing?"
They won't stop. Not until the dragons fall, not until the beacon stops.
You can't shut it down. It's not human tech.
I don't need to shut it down. I need to answer it.
But she was already moving, stumbling across the courtyard toward the pulsing sphere. Bullets cracked overhead, missiles thundered, snow stung her face. Every step was agony, the resonance pulling her apart. The beacon loomed ahead, its light flashing faster now, like a drumbeat calling armies. Selene fell to her knees before it, closed her eyes, and let the resonance tear her open. The void swallowed her again. Fire, plasma, wings. But this time, a third presence stood with her. Not Alpha's warmth, not Violet's hunger. Cold, precise, machine.
Bridge identified. Signal locked. Convergence initiated.
You don't get to decide where convergence happens. Not you, not anyone.
Parameters irrelevant. Extraction begins.
I'm not your target. I'm not your signal. I'm not your machine. I'm Selene Arkwright, and I decide who I answer.
The resonance surged outward, colliding with the beacon's pulse. For a heartbeat, it resisted. Then it cracked, its rhythm stuttering, faltering. In the real world, the sphere shuddered, its light flickered, and overhead, the aircraft formation fractured. Comms scrambled, missiles veering off course. Alpha roared golden defiance. Violet shrieked violet fury. The beacon cracked open, sparks hissing into the snow. Selene collapsed, blood seeping from her nose, her breath ragged. Kieran caught her, pulling her back from the beacon's smoking shell. All around, chaos slowed. The aircraft wavered, some spiraling off, others retreating into the storm. The immediate onslaught broke. For now, the compound smoldered, half ruined. Bodies lay in the snow, soldiers and faithful alike. Hunters picked through weapons. Varga cursed into his radio. Miriam sang louder, proclaiming a miracle. But Selene barely heard any of it. Her ears rang with the fading echo of the beacon's voice.
Convergence delayed, not denied.
That night, the survivors burned the dead. Soldiers stood in grim silence. Faithful sang in fractured harmony. Hunters muttered oaths in shadows. Selene sat apart, Kieran at her side, her body trembling with every flicker of fire.
They'll come back.
Whoever they are.
Not just them. The dragons felt it. They know they're hunted now, and they'll blame me.
Then we find a way to survive it, together.
She wanted to believe him. She wanted to lean into the warmth of his hand, the steadiness of his voice. But all she could see when she closed her eyes was the beacon's cold light. Not gone, only waiting.